Okay, let's go ahead and proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Escobar, I think you were in the middle of showing the jury where on your back you felt pain.
All right, on camera. So it was like right here. Not really. This is my bottom back. It was like right here.
Okay. That whole area?
Yeah, like right here. Mostly leaning to the left side. It's still in the center.
Okay. And can you repeat what you were saying? It was kind of hard to hear you.
On the back part. It was like around the center, but leaning more to the left side.
Okay. And earlier you testified that while you were on your work restriction, you were still lifting some boxes. I don't know if you said it was in secret, but you said you were lifting like boxes.
My store manager, he like when I go to the pharmacy, my store manager didn't want me to like move much. He didn't want me to go like climb these little steps to get prescription. He just wanted me to stay in the register.
Okay.
I guess he didn't want me to worsen it, but like once in a while, my pharmacist was like, "Can you get us some vials?" Because the pharmacist isn't allowed to leave the pharmacy department. She has to stay there at all times.
Okay. And how heavy were these boxes of vials?
Like 5 pounds. Not even 5 pounds, honestly.
Okay. So less than 5 pounds. Okay.
Yeah.
And at the end of your treatment, were you still in pain?
At the end of it, no.
Okay. So is that one of the reasons why you stopped treating?
Yeah. I didn't see a point of kept going. He gave me excuses, but I gave him a try. But after more time, I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable.
Okay. And then kind of going back to the accident. So you were driving on Peterson Road, and that's like a main roadway, correct?
I wouldn't really call it a main road.
Okay, but it's not like in a parking lot or something like that.
I mean, that road is between apartments. So there's an apartment on the left side, a whole different apartment. I think those are called Peterson apartment homes. The right side, those are other apartments, which I don't know the name of at all. And then also between those apartments, there's cars parked. I have pictures if it's easier
It's okay.
to explain.
So it's not inside like a parking lot or anything like that, right?
Parking lots, no, but cars do park on the side of them.
Okay. And so in your opinion, who had the right of way in this situation?
I did.
And why is that?
Because I was on the, I guess you can call it the main road. Can I show you a picture? Or it's not allowed.
No, it's okay. And did you have any kind of stop sign or anything at that intersection?
No, I was between two lights. So there's Noel, which has his own light, and then there's Montfort in front of me, which has his own light. In between them, there's just one road or 2 lanes.
And pass the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Escobar, you hadn't been driving that long when the accident happened, isn't that right?
Well, I just got out of work like 5 minutes ago, so I guess no, because the car
When
had
did
up and all that.
Who taught you how to drive?
Oh, my dad.
And did your dad take you through a formal driver's education course?
No.
And how would your dad teach you how to drive?
We go to school zones. That's where I started the basics.
Okay, and you didn't start driving regularly on your own until December of 2016, is that right?
I honestly don't remember. But I think that's when I had already moved out. So no, I was definitely driving before that. I moved out before that. Because I moved out around December. So I'm pretty sure I was driving before that. Definitely.
Did you ever take a formal driver's education course?
The online one at that time.
And you first got your car, the car that you were driving in December of 2016, isn't that right?
No, I got in it before because I moved out around December of 2016. So I had to have my car before I moved out.
Is that just your best guess, or do you know that for
Oh,
certainty?
I'm pretty sure that's for certain because it wouldn't make sense me moving now and not having a car yet. I may
And
not
how
have
old?
it. I think I was still paying off my mom, but it was still my car.
So you said that you moved out at that point, right?
Yeah, December 2016. That's when I was already on my own.
And where were you living at the time of our accident?
The Listas
And were you living with anybody at that point?
roommate.
And how long had you had your car at the time of the accident?
I can't even give you a guess. I got it between graduation and moving out, so that's still a long period of guessing.
How old were you when you graduated?
18.
So
And
between the
that time, 2016. No, I graduated 2015. So it was like a year and a half.
okay, so
I
sometime
graduated like in May of 2015. Then around August 2016, I had moved out. So between that time period.
okay. And you testified that you were still working at the time, and your store manager didn't want you climbing and lifting boxes. Is that right?
Yeah.
And you didn't miss any time from work due to these injuries, did you?
I just know like I missed like 2 days, but I was like really close to the accident, maybe like a week after. I don't remember what reason.
But so you don't even know if strike that. I'll pass a witness.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, call your next witness, Mr. Maldonado.
Plaintiff calls Minerva Ansar.
Okay. Where is Miss Ansar? Is she on the screen? There she is. Ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Where?
Okay. You need to speak up a little, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am. May you please state your name?
Minerva Ansar?
And can you hear me okay?
Yes,
And were you in a motor vehicle collision on June 3rd of 2017?
yes,
And what time did this accident occur?
around 10 o'clock
And where were you coming from?
in Suncrest apartment.
Okay. And did you live at those apartments?
No, I was driving my friend there
Okay. And where are these apartments located?
in Peterson Lane.
And are they in between Noel and Montfort on Peterson Lane?
Yeah, between, yes.
And what was the weather like that evening?
It was good. I mean, no raining, nothing. It's just
And where were you headed?
headed to my home, my apartment, which is toward to Galleria Mall.
Okay, were you headed to your apartment or to the Galleria Mall?
No, toward to Galleria Mall.
I got you. It was just going that direction.
Yes.
And can you describe how the accident occurred?
Accident. I was just dropping off my friend and I turned left and toward to Galleria Mall. So the car we were in a opposite side, but I was on the right side. He came and he just hit me in nowhere.
Okay.
When I was really close to it, I see him, I was avoided the best I can.
Okay, so let's kind of back up. So had you already left the driveway of the Suncrest Apartments before the accident occurred?
Yes, I was on the straight right side.
Okay, so you were already traveling on Peterson Road when the accident occurred, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long had you been driving on Peterson Road when the accident occurred?
Maybe 2 or 1.5 minutes. It just dropped her off and turn around and I just get straight.
Okay, and how many lanes are there on Peterson Road?
2 lane is opposite, one way down, one way and up.
Okay, and are there sometimes vehicles parked on the right side of the road on Peterson?
Yes, and his side was parking, but my side was clear that time.
Okay, so there were vehicles on my client's side of the road, but there weren't any parked vehicles on your side of the road?
No, yes, the accident occurred, yeah, that area was not.
Okay, and so you said as you were driving down Peterson Road, my client's vehicle just turned in front of your vehicle?
Yes, that's one close to me. When I see it, I was trying to avoid it. I went close to the right corner.
Stop. We need to stop just a second. What's up?
I think the police is outside for the iPad.
Okay, just we'll take.
I need to
a
go
break.
get my iPad, I think.
Oh, okay, a couple of you guys need to go.
Okay.
We'll just wait for a second. Did someone else say they needed to get their iPad? Let me.
Just number 6 and the alternate juror.
Juror 2, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So I believe, counsel, this is the last witness, isn't it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're still waiting on, let's see, which jurors are gone right now? 4, 5, 6.
Number 6 and our alternate judge.
Okay.
Maybe another good stretching opportunity.
Yeah. Good idea, Judge Purdy. Why don't we all stretch? Lead us in stretching. You can be our lead stretcher. Look at that. Okay, we'll do some of that.
I'm back. Thank you.
All right, thank you. If you could lower your hand. Okay, so I think we're still missing Miss Wynn. I think she's getting hers.
Yeah, waiting on the alternate.
Okay. Ms. Brabala, you look like you're tired. Are you doing okay? Do you need some coffee?
Wait, who, me?
Me. I'm fine.
Everyone's doing great.
Yeah, you guys are doing great. So who here has been on a jury before? Juror 3.
My first
Are you
time.
the only one? Juror 11, have you been in a jury before? Juror 8?
Juror 9.
9, you've been in a jury before? Anybody, you've been in a civil jury before? Has anyone been in a jury in my courtroom before?
Juror
I've
8
actually,
is the only one that says she's been on a civil jury before.
Ms. Rosales, but you weren't in my court?
No, not in your court.
I've had quite a few jurors at this point that have been in my courtroom twice or been served in my jury. And I had one talk about, you think you may be like, oh my God, this is taking forever, blah, blah, blah. I had a lady who was a juror for 3 months in my court and then came back and she was a juror for not 3 months, 3 weeks, and then came back and had a 5-week trial. So she was in my court for 8 weeks. So this is relatively quick. Miss Wynn, are you okay?
Yes. Do I need to turn on the pad?
I'm sorry?
Do I need to turn on the iPad now?
No, you don't need to do anything. You just,
Okay.
we'll teach you what to do. This is just for your deliberations for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, is
It
everyone
looks
ready
like
to
you have a
go?
back touch.
I'm sorry? What did you say, Ms.
I was
Judge
just
Pretty?
saying, looks like you have everybody back.
Thank
Everybody's
you,
back.
Judge Pretty. All right, I think we're ready to go. We'll reconvene with the witness. So go ahead, Mr. Maldonado.
Right, thank you, Your Honor. I don't remember the last question I asked you, but so I apologize if I'm repeating it. But you said my client's vehicle just kind of turned in front of you, and
Yeah. Came
okay.
out nowhere. Yes.
Was he trying to turn into like a driveway or something, or could you see where he was trying to turn into?
I believe his side was parking in the car to avoid that car. That's why he came my lane, which is right lane.
Okay, so you believe he turned in front of you to try to avoid a parked vehicle on his side of the road?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I believe you also said that you tried to stop, or you might have said you did stop. Is that?
Yeah, I tried to stop. I avoided a little bit. I tried my best. I came in the corner,
Okay.
side of the corner. Yeah.
And so was your vehicle, or let me back up, when the accident occurred, was your vehicle at a stop or was it still moving?
Stop. I was driving very slow, maybe 20. I'm in that area. I live for that area more than 10 years. I know exactly how I drive that area. I was slow. Yeah.
So your vehicle was at a stop when the impact occurred?
I was trying to stop, yes, very slow, or I completely stop. I don't remember, but
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough. You don't remember if you were about to stop or if you were already stopped when the impact occurred?
I believe it was a stop. Yeah, stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what part of your vehicle was impacted in this collision?
In the front.
Okay. Was it like in the front of middle of your vehicle or was it off to one side?
The whole the front was damaged.
The entire front?
Not entire. Yes, I believe so.
Okay. And what part of my client's vehicle was impacted?
I believe he
I think she's frozen.
Oh, okay.
Ms. Ansar, are you still there? Ms. Ansar? Ms. Ansar, I think you froze there. Can you guys
yeah,
hear?
now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Okay, why don't you ask again, Mr. Maldonado?
Yes, Your Honor. So my question was, what part of my client's vehicle was impacted in the
I
collision?
believe the right side.
So his passenger side?
I don't know, what's the right side is passenger?
Well, I guess that's what I meant. So as you're sitting in the vehicle, the right side?
Then the left side.
Okay, was it the part that was impacted, was it the part that the driver sits on or the?
You know, the car is like this, right? He came this way, so it could be the right side, right? So he turned this way, like he hit me like that way.
So he turned left
And
in
he
front of you.
apologized right away. I mean, in the scene, he told me about it, and I was trying to hit you the side because to avoid that, I hit you in the front. That's what he said.
Okay. So again, my question was, did he turn left in front of you?
Yes.
Okay. So then his passenger
The right
side was
way.
impacted.
He cut me like a cut, you know, so he cut me this way. Yes.
Okay. And you said that my client told you that the reason he turned in front of you was to avoid a parked vehicle on his side of the road.
No, he didn't say that. Not to hit me right directly to myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what did you do after the impact occurred?
I stopped. He came. He asked me, I'm okay. I said yes. And then I called right away my friend. It's the right way I grabbed her. She came. So I called the police because I asked him some document to exchange after that, and he doesn't have any of those. He called his dad.
Okay. So you called the police after you called your friend?
Yes.
Okay. And did the police come to the scene?
Yes.
Okay. And did you speak with the police?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you tell them?
So what happened? He doesn't have any documents. And then he does show up and he brings some documents. And
Did you tell them that my client just for some reason turned left in front of your vehicle?
that I don't remember.
Okay. And you said after you left the Suncrest Apartments, you were approaching Noel Drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Toward Noel.
How close were you to Noel when the accident occurred?
Oh, I don't know exactly. It's very close. We are in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you still pretty close to the Suncrest Apartments when the impact occurred?
A little bit past.
A little bit past. Okay.
Yeah.
And so earlier you testified my client didn't tell you why he turned in front of you?
No. He apologized me after that, but I don't know why he turned. But he told me that to avoid to hit you, that's why I hit in the front of your car.
To avoid hitting you, he turned in front of you?
To hit me directly myself, I'm driving, right? The driver's side, not to hit because he was going the wrong way. So he knows right away he apologized.
Okay, so you said he was driving the wrong way? She frozen again?
She's frozen again.
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay, you can still hear me?
I believe freezing, man. Yeah, now, yes.
Oh, okay, there you are. So did you say that my client was driving the wrong way on the road?
That's what I believe. He came to my lane.
Okay. Did you see my client's vehicle at all before the impact occurred?
Very close to me. That's where I saw him.
Okay, and when you first saw my client's vehicle, was he in his lane or was he already in your lane?
Already my lane.
Okay. And then at that point, he turned left.
That's why I stop automatically. I stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think juror number 1 is saying.
Juror number 1, her iPad is being delivered.
All right, apologize. Okay, this is an interesting problem, but it's good. So let's take a very quick break for juror number 1 to grab her iPad.
Judge, do we know maybe who is without their iPad at this point?
If you guys could say in the chat if you have or don't have your iPad, so just put like juror 1 yes, juror 2 no, or whatever. Maybe one could put in the chat if you have your iPad yet. And Judge Purdy, do you mind writing this down?
I am. I'm capturing it.
Okay, good.
Juror 12, juror 10, they don't have theirs. 7,
4 yes.
I have 4 delivered and 3 still, 5 delivered and 3 still without. 12, 10, and 7 don't have their iPads yet. 3, 6, 11, 4, and our alternate juror have iPads.
So what about juror 9? Do you have your iPad?
Juror 9,
Ms.
Mrs.
Do you have
Irving.
your iPad? You need to
You're on
unmute.
mute.
No.
Okay.
And then juror 8, do you have your iPad?
Yes, I do.
Juror
Okay.
8. Is that everyone? Are we juror 7, 6? She does 5.
What about juror 5?
Juror 5, do you have your iPad? No.
No.
And juror 1, are you back?
She
No,
messaged.
juror 2 are missing.
Juror 1 is back. she has hers. Okay.
And so we're waiting on juror 2 now?
Right, juror 2. Juror 2 is on the screen here. Juror 2, do you have your iPad or not? You can put it in the chat room.
I thought she was the one who was getting her iPad, no?
Juror 2, I'm looking on the screen. Maybe that's Mr. Longoria.
Mr. Longoria, are you there?
You're on mute, Mr. Longoria. With the Texas shirt on?
I can't see number 2. Juror 2, are you there? Juror number 2, I think he's the one getting the iPad.
No,
I
he
can't
keeps
see.
beckoning to call, so let me give him a call. I'm gonna call him.
That's weird. I can't see 2, but you guys can see 2?
Yes. He has a Texas shirt on right next to Mrs. Bowie.
Yeah, I don't see him.
I can't see
That's
him either.
weird.
Ron.
Oh, you can't see him either? And it's not up there either, juror 2. Mr. Longoria, are you there?
So I can see Mr. Longoria. He does have the Texas shirt on, next to Mrs. Bowie. He's saying that his Zoom has frozen. He can hear everything, but he's not able to talk back to us. It says it's not responding. His Zoom is not responding. I still have him on the line.
Why don't we do this? Why doesn't he leave and then we'll let him back in?
Okay, Mr. Longoria, if you'll leave the Zoom meeting, we will wait for you to enter back in. So just log out. There should be some type of icon that says leave the meeting, and then we want you to log back in.
I'll remove it.
Yeah, the button that says leave is like I'm not able.
Oh, I just removed him.